Hello, this is John from TabletClass Math, and if you're getting ready to take Algebra 1 or start a homeschool algebra course or just want to refresh your math skills, here's a great question to see how much algebra you actually understand right now. So let's take a look at this equation. We have x plus 2 times x plus 2 minus 3 is equal to 22. So can you identify what type of equation this is, and do you know how to solve it? Now, if you're not sure, don't worry. In this lesson, I'm going to walk through the entire process step by step, and by the end, you'll have a much better understanding of one of the most important topics in algebra. And if you're looking for a complete algebra course that takes you from the basics all the way through mastering algebra, make sure to check out my full online algebra program. You can find the link to it in the description below. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first question I had for you is, what type of equation are we dealing with? Well, the easiest way to kind of determine that is to see that we have x plus 2 times x plus 2. So if we start multiplying these together, right, these two binomials, we're going to come up with this, x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 4. Of course, I can combine all this and kind of clean this all up. But here's the thing, right? What we're looking at here is a polynomial equation of degree 2, right? X to the second power. Here I can add these up as 4x, and here's 4. Again, I can clean this all up. But this is the key right here, right? So this is a polynomial equation to the second power, or a second degree polynomial equation. And by definition, that is what we call a quadratic equation. So if you answer that correctly, let me go ahead and give you a happy face, right? I don't think it warrants a full A+. Of course, if you got this and the answer right, well then, you're just doing even better. But if you knew that this was a quadratic equation, that's very, very good, because that's kind of the beginning of how to know what to do, right? First, you got to be able to determine, hey, what type of equation I'm dealing with. Now you can think about, all right, how was I taught to solve quadratic equations? What techniques do we have? Well, let's go ahead and talk about that now. Okay, so when you are facing a quadratic equation, you have some options, okay? So let's go ahead and just talk about the various things you can do. All right, so the first thing you might be able to do, you might be able to solve a quadratic equation by taking the square root of both sides. Okay, now this might require some cleanup work. We'll talk a little bit more about this in a second. But taking the square root of both sides, I'm talking about something as basic as this. X squared is equal to 4. If I take the square root of both sides, this is a quadratic equation, by the way. X is equal to positive and negative 2. Now, one thing you need to know is in quadratic equations, there's always two solutions. Always, 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 always two solutions. So in this basic quadratic equation, x squared is equal to 4. My answers are positive 2 and negative 2. All right. Now, so I kind of used the words, you might be able to do this. Not every single quadratic equation problem are you going to be able to take the square root of both sides. All right. Well, let's talk about another technique that you might be able to do, and that is factoring. Okay. Sometimes you can factor, sometimes you cannot. So if I have something like this, x times x plus 1 is equal to 0. If I distribute that x in, I'm going to get x squared plus x is equal to 0. Here, if I gave you this as the question, you could factor that. Okay, so these are the factors, and you can actually solve this quadratic equation by setting each factor equal to 0. So this case would be x equals 0, x plus 1 is equal to 0. So my answer would be x is equal to 0, and x is equal to negative 1. Okay. Now this technique is an awesome technique, and every time you can take the square root of both sides, you should do that, right? But that's not going to be every quadratic equation problem. Same thing with factoring. You're not going to be able to factor every single quadratic equation, but when you can, you want to factor. Now, what happens if you can't take the square root of both sides and you can't factor and you're stuck with your quadratic equation? Well, then we need to go to our best friend, one of the most powerful things you learn in algebra, and that is the quadratic formula. Okay, this is like our superhero of quadratic equations. The quadratic formula can solve anything. Okay, so don't worry about it. Any quadratic equation, and of course the quadratic formula is x equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. That's the quadratic formula. And of course, you need to know how to use that. All these things I'm talking about, you need to know. And finally, you can kind of you could use something that's kind of like the long version of the quadratic formula, and it kind of interplays with taking the square root of both sides, but it's called the completing the square. So when you have a quadratic equation, you know right off the bat it's always going to have two solutions, and then we gotta have to kind of shop around to find the right technique. Again, if you can't take the square root of both sides, that's what you do. If you can't factor, that's what you do. If you can't, then go to the quadratic formula. And never use the completing the square unless you have to, because this is kind of the longer way of using a quadratic formula. Okay, so this is a big picture roadmap to solve quadratic equations. And now let's go ahead and get into what's the best way to solve this particular equation. So if you multiplied x plus 2 times x plus 2 and you were going in this direction right here, well, that's not the best way to go. Okay, you will get all these things together. It's, you know what, I'm not going to say it's wrong, because it's not wrong, but what I'd rather have you recognize is this. If we have x plus 2, this is x plus 2 squared, okay? Anytime you have something squared like this, like an expression, that's generally a pretty good indication that you want to be thinking in terms of taking the square root of both sides, okay? That's a nice direct path to solve these type of quadratic equations. So let's go ahead and continue this now. So we have x plus 2 times x plus 2. That's the same thing as x plus 2 squared. Now I could just move this negative 3 over to the other side of the equation. And that's pretty easy. All I have to do is what? I just add 3 to both sides of the equation. And you're going to get x plus 2 squared is equal to 25. Okay, so that's a situation where we can take the square root of both sides of the equation. Okay, so here this x plus 2 squared is equal to 25, but right here we have something squared is equal to a number, right? So here's the deal. You could take the square root of both sides if you have something that something involves a variable squared is equal to a number, okay, an actual number value, a positive number value, then I could just take the square root of both sides. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to take the square root of both sides. Okay, let's see that work right there. So I have the square root of x plus 2 squared is simply x plus 2. Okay, whatever you are taking the square root of something squared, it could be y plus 9, all that squared. If you take the square root of that, you just have y plus 9. Okay, so the square root of x plus 2 squared is simply x plus 2. The square root of 25 is going to be both positive and negative 5. Okay, you have to include that negative root. Remember, negative 5 times negative 5 is equal to a positive 25, as is positive 5 times positive 5, right? We need that positive negative version to get our two unique roots. Okay, so here, effectively, we have two equations. X plus 2 is equal to both positive and negative 5, but let's break them out individually. So we have x plus 2 is equal to 5, and then we have x plus 2 is equal to negative 5. And then when we solve these respective basic equations for x, and our first answer, we just subtract 2 from both sides of the equation here. My first answer is 3, and when I subtract 2 from both sides of the equation here, I get my second answer, which is negative 7. Okay, so this is the most direct path, at least in my mind's eye. If you kind of multiply this together, that's fine too, right? But here is the really kind of the bottom line to solving quadratic equations. You need to have enough experience solving all of these. And the more practice you do solving all sorts of various types of quadratic equations, the better off you're going to be, all right? Just, you know, from experience, you'll be like, oh, I recognize what to do here. I'm going to take this path. Again, if you get stuck, you always go to the quadratic formula. And of course, this is a discussion in and of itself. But hopefully this video helped you out. And if that is the case, don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.